This is the walkthrough to take care of Lady Boyle in the Boyle mission in Dishonored. I assume you got into the place okay since you're in. Make sure you sheath your weapon and you'll be good to go. Back at the pub, Pendleton asked you to give a sealed letter to some guy with a wolf mask on. And you give it to him and he'll want to duel you. I'm not sure what happens if you don't, but if you do duel him and kill him, Pendleton will give you a rune back at the pub. Figured since I killed both of his brothers, dueling in his name was the least I could do. After you kill him, head into the party, and you should have heard from some small talk outside that all three Boyle ladies are wearing the same costume but of a different color. You either can talk to the guests to get clues, or you can try to get upstairs to get clues to each woman's identity. I decided to talk to the guests. The lady wearing a moth mask is a fucking lush and will tell you who is who if you give her a drink. You'll find that Lydia is in black and Waverly is in white. That leaves the lady in red's identity because I still haven't found out these bitches' names yet. Go ahead and talk to the guests for a while. Eventually, in one of the back rooms, you should find a guy with the mask of a voodoo doll. Anyway, he tells you that the lady in red, her name's Esma, is the love of his life, and he knows what you're gonna do to her, and he asks that you don't kill her, and instead deliver her to him in the basement, and you'll never hear from her again. Being a girl, I'm a sucker for a fucking love story, so I bite and go to find Esma. I'm not sure why I knew she would be in red at the beginning of this mission, but I had a hunch. Might have to do with flags, or maybe this game gave me some super assassin powers, who knows. What I do know is Granny Rags is a virgin compared to this broad. I offered her one drink and she was ready to have wild and crazy sex with a masked stranger. Might not want to run that by lover boy who wants to save your life when I drop this whore off. You've got to follow her to her room. I guess I just found her in the place furthest from our fucking destination because it took 1,000,000 hours to get there. Not to mention the fact that she stops to conversate with everybody. Seriously, bitch, do you want dick or not? Shut the fuck up and get naked. Oh, and I forgot to remind you, take the time to rob these people silly. They've got lots of expensive shit lying around that nobody notices is gone. Super weird. You know, for a rich family, their house looks like shit. Is that dirt on the windows? That is unacceptable. Take care of your shit, woman. So you finally make it in her room. I decided to rob her silly. While she was still conscious, she makes some joke about how you're supposed to be taking her and not her things. She wrote in her diary she was going to sleep with the first guy who asked her. Slut. I shot her with a sleep dart. You could probably sneak up behind her and choke her, you know, if you're into that kind of thing. Now we just gotta get her to the basement without being seen. There are guards in the hall, by the way, just found that one out. There's actually 4 of them, I think. If you're sneaking around, you'll have to take all of them out. It's a lot of fucking waiting around in corners and in rooms for them to pass by. It's a fucking hassle. Lydia's room is over that way. There's lots of stuff for you to steal from her if you're interested. She's got a thing for musicians. Not as whorish as her sister, but still kind of a sellout. The basement vault key is in her room. It has lots of shit for you to loot, and I think a rune, if you're interested. Let's not only ruin this family by extracting a sister, let's pawn their family jewels. Taking care of the guards is nothing but just a pain, in my opinion. I'm sure they have a pattern, but it takes too fucking long to figure it out. Drop Lady Boyle on the floor. She looks stupid. And then take them out when you can. There's a painting in the fancy room by her bedroom. It's one of the ones counted at the end of the game, or that mission, so pick it up. There's also a room, I didn't find it until the end, that might be better for you to drop her in and hide the guards' bodies and kind of stay there until they get close to you. They walk around asking why nobody's patrolling, but don't seem to notice the swords lying on the ground unattended too. They probably can't see it. Their sight cone is only for the space in front of them. If I lie flat on the floor, I bet they won't be able to see me. The whole point of me killing the guards was to get into this room, which I thought might be the way down, but it's not. It's Waverly's room. There's some stuff to loot and a key to the room you're already fucking in. But other than that, nothing cool. Well, there's this little rope thingy that if you pull will open a secret door up above. I'm not sure how they were getting to the secret door unless they've been visited by a strange man in their dreams. But after reading Esma's diary, I kind of feel like she's been visited by plenty of strange men. Anyway, this little secret door also leads back to Esma's room, and that's where you need to be anyway. There's also a painting in Esma's room that you can take for coins. It's another one that's counted at the end, so don't forget about it. So you pretty much have to go back down the way you came, or sneak down the way you came. The guards are hella dumb, so when you pass them, just make sure you aren't in their cone of sight and you'll be good. You have to go all the way downstairs, When I say just make sure you weren't in their gun of sight, I literally mean that. Just sat in the corner and this guy passed right by me. I'm not sure about the maze and stuff. Just sneak around into the little walkway and go down to the basement. It's a little weird playing with some lady's ass in your face, but it's for love, I guess. Pull the lever by the door and it'll open to the basement. The witch doctor masked guy is the only one down there, so just drop the unconscious lady into his boat and you've completed the mission. All you have to do is get out of there without being seen. Congratulations. You just helped a crazy guy abduct a girl that obviously isn't as into him, judging by her diary. She's probably chained up in a cage and left to live as a sex slave, let out a few times a day, but she was helping the Lord Regent, so I guess she deserves it. If you picked up the basement vault key in Lydia's room, you can use it down here, grab what you need, and then move on to sneak your way out of the castle.